Good evening, everyone. This is Debbie Henderson from Debbie's Designs. Welcome to my weekly Tea Time and a Card. You guys, look, I have a new dish of M&Ms. You guys made fun of me last week, so you can see them. I got a brand new bag, so a big bag, so I'm going to be all set. Oh, and this is a family size. I'm just going to chat just for a minute while everybody finds me. Just a few announcements. Today's March 1st. For those of you watching this later, I'm recording this on March 1st. A new month means a brand new card kit, and I send all of the layers and pieces you see here except for the stamping. We're not allowed to give out any stamped images, but this is as a thank you for placing an order with me for the month of March. And you can see that I use the Pictured This dies, or it punches all of these holes out. And I use the Easter Bunny punch with 3 different colors, and I just tuck them inside the little holes. So that's my free card kit. If you place an order in March, I'll send you all of the pieces so you can make a card of your own. Another thing that started today is the Hello Irresistible collection of products. Now, one thing I just want to tell you, we have these products that go right to the online store. You won't find them in any catalogs. Normally, they were good for 1 or 2 months. Now there's no expiration date. So once you see these in the online store, unless they sell out, they will be there for a while. And there is this code right here that you can scan, this QR code with your phone, and it'll bring you right to the page that has all of the products. And you can see here there's a stamp set, some dies. We have designer paper, specialty paper. This is new, a set of 3 embossing folders that come in a package. We have this other classic letters stamp set, and then these embellishments. I'm going to show you a few cards that I've been featuring on my blog and Facebook using these products. So this one, you can see how pretty the designer paper is, and the leaves are just flowing along with the embellishments. The second one, I use the large circular die that cuts out. You just cut your piece square, the size that you want, and then it punches this out when you put it through with the dies. Now it looks like I have 2 sizes of flowers on this, and it's not. It's 1 flower, and all I did was stamp it 3 times, and I cut, you can see I cut the inside petals to make 2 smaller flowers. And then of course all of the stamped leaves and die cut leaves. And there's the new one of the new embossing folders. I love these polka dots. They're so very, very bumpy, very embossed. And then today I featured this card fold. There's 2 pieces. It opens this way. So you can see this center part right here is a piece that you glue to the flaps that are scored and folded. And again, the same flowers. And I'm going to have one more tomorrow, and then this is my last one. It's a little tea bag holder. It has little pockets. So this is the pretty paper. I should actually dig it out. It's right here at my fingertips because it comes in 3 colors. You have the gold and vanilla. You can see how shiny that is. And then you have the silver on the white. And the last one is, I'm just going to dig it out, a copper color on white. And you get 2 of each sheet. Isn't that pretty? So back to my tea holder. So I did put the tutorial right on my blog if you want to learn how to make this. And it's 2-sided. It's got 2 pockets, folds flat, but it's got this little folded line in the middle that makes it stand up as well. So those are the new products. Now, I just want to make sure everybody found me while I was talking. There you are. So nice to see you guys. So what I'm doing tonight is a technique. I posted this, I think it was last week on my blog. It was for a blog hop, and we had to create a card with plaid on it. So you can see that I created my own plaid. And someone had asked me to show you how to do this. So that's what I'm going to show you tonight. So let me show you what I'm using. I've got two stamping spots. These are actually from the Paper Pumpkin kits, Coastal Cabana and Calypso Coral. So I'm going to replicate this card. I've got the ink refills. I'm going to need a ruler, a pencil, and a black Stampin' Blends marker. Also black Memento ink. Now I use this to stamp all of the sentiments you see here. I've already got them done, so you don't have to watch me do that. I use the Conversation Bubbles stamp set. And let's see, I've also got the matte black dots, so let me dig those out. And here are all of my stamped and cut sentiments. Card base is Calypso Coral, 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. So let me go ahead and fold that on the score line. Then I've got Calypso Coral, 5 1/4 by 4. This is Shimmery White. I don't know if you can see. Oh, hold on a minute. Okay, my iPad just froze up. Are you guys still okay? My iPad froze up just for a minute. I'm hoping you, yeah, I can see you. You're still there. This is Shimmery White, 5 1/4 by 4. Let me bring the card back in. It's so shimmery, even with the ink on top. I'm hoping you guys can see that. I'm going to try to just hold it in different positions, but it's really sparkly and shiny. I'm just going to bring a pad of paper to work on. And then I want to show you, before I get going, two more samples that I did just to show you different colors. This one is Fresh Freesia and Orchid Oasis. It's very pretty. This is what I did with that one. And again, it's got that shimmer from the shimmer paper. So that's another alternative. You got the two colors, and then I do the black lines. And my other one is Flirty Flamingo and Gray Granite. So for those of you guys that do Paper Pumpkin, so many possibilities if you keep all your stamping spot. Okay, and that's the Flirty Flamingo and the Gray Granite. So there's two more. Okay, so the first thing to do, I'm going to take a ruler. This just helps me measure. Now, the layer that I have on my card front is actually 5 by 3 3/4. So that's why this is bigger, because I'm actually going to use a pencil on this, and I can go ahead and cut afterwards. I'm just going to measure 1-inch increments. So there's the 4 inches. Now over here, I'm just going to find my center, which is 2 5/8. And I'm going to move over and do my 1-inch sections. I think I did that right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay. Now, very important, you're going to use a lot of ink when you're doing this. So I always add some ink to each cube. I add quite a bit because I'm actually going to be dragging this across. Okay, here's my Coastal Cabana. Let me move this over. You can see I'm putting quite a bit of ink refill. Now this is where my ruler comes in. I'm going to start by putting this right in the center. Oops, wait a minute. Whoops. I gotta do my line. No, I don't do my lines. I can use my grid. Oh, I know why. I used washi tape. That's what I did. I made this card like 3 weeks ago, so I gotta think. I'm gonna put washi tape down. And then I'm gonna stick this right where the bold lines are, so I can see my 1-inch squares. Okay, so I really didn't even need to use a pencil, but it does help. I'm going to start in the middle. It doesn't matter which color I use. So I'm going to start with Coastal Cabana. I'm going to put this ink spot right against my ruler. And just press down a couple times. Now I need to move over 1 inch. I'm using the grid lines and my pencil mark. I'm going to do that again. Okay, now I'm going to switch colors. So I'm going to put the ruler, and actually I need to clean off my ruler because I'm using a different color. So here's Calypso Coral. Let me turn this around. I'm not going to worry about this little white space, only because, remember, I cut my paper a little bit bigger. Okay, now I need to center this. So I'm going to use one square above just half of that square. Push that down. I'm going to start right here at the top one. And there's my Calypso. Now you're going to notice when you add going in the opposite direction, it creates a third color. So you can see that this is a lot darker than the one next to it. So it automatically creates a third color. Wait, I gotta make sure this is on my washi tape. I'm gonna move down, skip one, move down. See how I'm going back and forth? And then, let me see, I gotta go right down here. Whoops, my finger got in the way. Now, we're gonna start over, clean our ruler again. I'm gonna cover this one. Switch to Calypso. And again, you're going to have a darker color. It creates that third color. Okay, there's all my colors. Now, this is where the black marker comes in. I'm not even going to measure. I'm just going to eyeball, and I'm going to go about 1/4 of an inch below the line and then 1/4 of an inch above the line on each one of these. And the black really stands out. Now we have a little piece here that I'm going to do. And now I'm going to turn and do it the other way. We've got one right here all by itself. You know what? I'm just going to go down on each one instead of turning my ruler each time. I'm going to turn this again. I'm hoping you guys can see those black lines. I'll bring it up close when I'm done. Now, if you don't want all of these dark squares here, if you just want one line of dark squares, you wouldn't have to redo the second color. I did that on one of my samples. Okay. Oops, one more up here. Let me wipe my ruler before I forget. Put that away. Okay, I'm going to bring that up so you can see the black line. So as I said, where they meet, I went about 1/4 of an inch to the left and 1/4 of an inch to the right. That's how I added my plaid lines. So now we're all done with that. I'm going to bring my trimmer in. I have a little bit of white on each side. I'm just going to cut off a sliver, make this 3 3/4. And then I'm going to eyeball this one because my cutter doesn't go up that long. So there's about 1/4 of an inch. Let me bring my layers. First thing I'm going to glue down is the Coastal Cabana. That's going to go on the card base. And then this one I'm going to glue down with dimensionals. So like I said, for those of you that do paper pumpkin, if you save all of your ink spots, you can come up with a lot of different colors. Just make sure you really ink your pad, because you saw how many times I went back and forth. It uses a lot of ink. But what an easy way to create plaid. Okay, so this is going to go on the card front. And I used the two same cards to, oh, I need to trim just a little bit. It's not quite enough. Remember that I eyeballed that one. There, that's better. And I am going to pick a name, and whoever wins, you're going to win the card I'm making plus these two extra ones. Okay, so now let me go ahead. I'm going to flip all of these over because I glued them all with dimensionals. Just one per is enough. Oh, I got a little kitty hair. Ozzy was working with me yesterday. I had a little kitty hair. Okay, I'm going to start out with Love Ya. And then this is just a blank one. You can pretty much just put these wherever. Just making a collage. And let's see, we got Yay right here. And we've got a wow and a hi. And then I'm just going to finish off with the black matte dots. Let's see, I need my other one. Oops, I got a loose one here. I think I peeled it off. I just think using these, because I use the black marker, it really looks good together. For those of you guys on the Facebook group, I would love to see what color combinations you come up with. So if you try this, make sure you show us your card. Okay, that's it, you guys. Look how quick that was. So again, that was with Coastal Cabana and Calypso Coral. I'm just going to give you the colors again in case you want to replicate. And then we had Gray Granite, Flirty Flamingo, Orchid Oasis, and Fresh Freesia. So there you go. Pretty easy, huh? I hope you guys try it. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm off to watch Survivor, first night of Survivor. I still watch Survivor, believe it or not. So I hope you guys have a good week, and I will see you again next week with a new card fold. Good night, everyone.